I'm in open D tuning today. That means I've tuned the notes of my guitar strings to the same notes we find in a D major chord. It sounds great. You've ever listened to Joni Mitchell? She plays in open D a lot. Lots of people have been asking me to learn Bear's Den songs recently as well, and they tune to open D. It's really common. Works really well on an acoustic guitar. You can do it with an electric. Best if you've got a fixed bridge rather than kind of wacky floating system going on down there. But let's talk about how to tune your strings to open D. Okay, so at the moment we've got E, A, D, G, B, and E. And that's standard tuning. Now we need D, A, D, F sharp, A, and D. So we do have to change some of the strings. And the first thing we'll do is drop down our low E string to a D. Now it takes a bit of time when we start moving lots of the strings about to get things in tune. So there's our low E or 6th string now as a D, and then the A stays as an A, the D obviously stays as a D, the G is going to drop a semitone to an F sharp. Here it comes, there we go. And then the B drops to an A. And the high E drops to a D. Now it'd be worth skipping through them and checking them again. So there's our D, A, they're all a little sharp at the moment, D, F sharp, A, and D. What a beautiful sound. So let's just go through them again. The low E string goes down to a D. The A string stays as an A. Let me get it into tune. The 4th string stays as D. The 3rd string or G string goes down to an F sharp. The B string goes to an A. And the high E string goes down to a D. And there we have D, A, D, F sharp, A, D, or open D. Cool. Just a little tip when you're tuning any guitar string. Let's take the A string. You want to approach the pitch of the note from underneath. So go low to high if you can, because that keeps the tension in the string that we need. Now, at the moment, see how that needle's just to the left of the middle, and it's red. We need to make the string tighter until it's in the middle, and on my tune it's going to light up green. There we go, in the middle like that. Now, if I was too sharp, too high on this side, and I dropped down just to there, I'd be concerned that it wouldn't be as stable, the tuning, as if I scooch up to it from underneath. Something to bear in mind. Okay, so we're in open D. Now, if when you're playing in standard tuning, E, A, D, G, B, E, you spend lots of time thinking about the notes that are in the chords you're playing. That's amazing. That's really cool information to have and to understand. In this video, I'm not going to talk too much about what we're going to label the chords that I'm going to show you. I'm just going to show you some stuff once you're in open D that you can do to have a new creative tool, if you like. You're just going to approach your guitar a bit differently once we're into this open D tuning. First thing I want to get you to do is to play a D major scale on one string. Now, D major scale sounds like this. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Now, our low E string is tuned to a D, so we play an open D, but we're going to strum all 6 strings. Then we play the 2nd fret of the low E, and we strum all 6 strings. Then we play the 4th fret of our lower string, and we play all 6 strings. So we've got 0, 2 on the lowest string, 4 on the lowest string, 5 on the lower string, 7. So we've gone 0, 2, 4, 5, 7. Alright. Then we go 9, 11, 12. And it sounds cool with the open strings droning on top. So it's 0, 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12. You don't have to play them in that sequence, you could descend some of them. Now, the lower string's tuned to D now, and the higher string's tuned to D. So you could do the same on the top string. You could do it simultaneously. Just remember we're in 0, 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12. Nice, that's one approach. The other thing I want you to know, this is super cool. If you play the 3rd fret of what was the G string, that is a cool sound because we've gone from F sharp, G, G sharp, A. So we've got the notes D, A, D, A, D. Just D's and A's. It's kind of like a D5 power chord, but in a kind of cool open D way. You can also take your A string and play the 5th fret of the A string, because that's a D. A, B, C, D. Cool. Now, if we take our first finger and put it back on the 3rd fret of the G string, every single note, well, sorry, we've got, let me explain it. We've got D, 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 A, D. Again, just A's and D's. If we leave that couple of shapes there, let's try this. This is super cool too. Now you only need 2 shapes for this exercise, and it's going to give you some beautiful sounds. Now, take your first finger, put it on the 1st fret of the G string. Take your 2nd finger and put it on the 2nd fret of the A string. Strum all 6 strings. Now you might know that as an E7 chord. In standard tuning that gives E7. We're not in standard tuning. It gives another beautiful sound. Now we're going to call that our staggered shape, because the fingers are staggered. We've got 1st finger on 1, 2nd finger on 2. Then we can move that up 2 frets. So it would be 3 on the G, 4 on the A. All of these shapes in this staggered kind of approach, and the thing I'm going to show you in a moment with inline are on a worksheet that if you're interested in, just drop me a message, I can send that through to you. Staggered, 1 and 2. Staggered at 3 and 4. And then we go inline, check it out. Move 2nd finger up to the 5th fret of the A. 3rd finger goes on the 5th fret of the G. They're inline, so I'm just calling that an inline shape. And then we can play the same shape 2 frets higher. So we've gone staggered at 1 and 2, staggered at 3 and 4, in line at 5, in line at 7, then we're going to go staggered at 8 and 9, 8 on the G with the 1st finger, 9 on the A with the 2nd finger, and then we move that up 2 frets, so we've got 10 on the G with the 1st finger, 11 on the A with the 2nd finger, and then we finish off. That's a staggered one, sorry there, and then we finish off in line at 12 on the A, 12 on the G. Woohoo! Harmonics sound great too. In line, staggered, in line, staggered, staggered. Sounds cool too. Nice, so they're the things I'm chucking at you in this video on open D tuning. staggered, staggered, inline, staggered, staggered, inline. If you get your fingers on the wrong frets, it's not going to sound great sometimes. It's not a good one in line at 11. 10's alright in line, 9's not great. So you can mess around. Have fun with those shapes. We've got that idea of playing the D major scale on one of the lowest or the highest strings, 0, 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12, mixing together those kind of positions. And then we had this idea of staggered, in line,